Welcome to this channel, Nessa Sunshine. I'm Nessa, and today we're getting in none other than the Impeccable foundation and spray from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I did receive this in PR. They sent me 2 shades, and today I'll be getting into the shade 2N, and I will just show you an application, some check-ins as well, and my opinions of this foundation. So if you're interested in my review of this Impeccable foundation, well, subscribe to this channel and let's get into the video. This is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, Impeccable. On the card, we have some information I'd like to read to you today. Introducing Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation, a medium to full coverage, long-wearing, water-based formula that blurs pores, fine lines, and wrinkles up to 12 hours. Powered by precision blur technology, this hydrating velvet matte foundation features hyaluronic acid for a smooth, flawless finish and second skin feel. Why you'll love it. They say it's long wearing up to 12 hours, safe for sensitive skin, natural, velvet matte finish, and it masks imperfections and discolorations according to the PR card. They have 25 flexible shades, vegan, cruelty-free, dermatologist tested, and non-comedogenic. Because I've already used it twice, I have some thoughts already, but this will be the 3rd time, and then I will, throughout the next few days, wear it as well and do some like check-ins on my phone. Today it is Tuesday, the January of 14. Wait, what? Today it is Tuesday, January 14th, and it is 2:10 p.m. When it comes to foundation, it has to do a lot with personal preference. And for me, I do have combination skin. I do get pretty oily, and I also have like oily like areas, this whole section. It's not just the T. This area here gets pretty oily on me. I do like more of a matte look. That's my preference when it comes to the finish. I appreciate matte, so I'm excited about this. And I love their velvet matte lip. We'll use that today as well. I absolutely love this foundation, the Luminous foundation, for so long. That's really pretty. It is not matte, but I do like it when I set it and everything. The skin balm that they came out with, did not like that. Did not like that at all. I tried it. I tried it again and I just gave it away. That was a hard no for me, but this one I'm liking it so far. So let's go ahead and get it onto the skin. This bottle is gorgeous. I think out of all the foundations, the sticks, the balms, all the things that they've come out with, this is the prettiest bottle. I'm gonna pump 2 pumps on my hand. 1, 2. I have my clean damp sponge. I'm going to take this onto my finger, and then I'm going to start to blend it onto my face. Now with this, it is very nice in coverage. That's something for me that I haven't seen a lot of lately, is a good coverage. I love that it does reduce like any redness I have. I have some darkness here. It reduces that. I almost like don't need to use concealer where I normally would use concealer. I still have to use concealer to brighten, but it does do a good job if you're like not interested in like all the things, like all the contour and the highlight and the concealer. This is a great foundation that just covers very evenly. Like it creates a very even base. So I'm just going to spread this. I'm not blending it yet. I'm spreading it all over my face. See, it has a very nice coverage. And like I have like a little scar right here. It does a good job right now of covering in any like I don't know what they're called, but like little red like cuts that turn into little red things. It covers that as well. It just does a really good job of covering. And I still have some more on my hand if I need to like continue blending. What I'll do now is take my sponge into my hand a little bit, and then I'm going to bounce this in circular motions on the face. This foundation makes me feel really good because it does a good job, like I was saying, of just covers any kind of like redness I may have, any kind of random like mark on my face I may have, scratches. I've been scratching this area. I do have a lot of like pimples right now in this area. I don't know why, maybe hormonal. Now that I've blended all around my face, you can kind of see what the foundation looks like. As you saw me talking before a bit, now it's kind of blent everywhere. You can kind of see what it looks like. It does a really good job. It's not super like super intense coverage. I believe it is buildable. I am going to add just another pump. One other thing about this is longevity. Now, does it last? We'll see. I'm going to do some check-ins. It says it can wear up to 12 hours. Another thing about this foundation I really like is that it is so nice to blend out. It doesn't like have a weird texture. The Patrick Ta foundation has such a weird texture, and it's kind of strange to blend out in a traditional manner. The Fenty foundation, the newest one, I don't know how many they have, but that one blends out nicely. This one blends out really nicely. The Rare Beauty foundation has an interesting like watery texture. I just feel like out of all the foundations that I've been using, this one has the nicest blend to it, which makes the Impeccable name Impeccable. So now you're kind of seeing how it looks. It says it's a velvet matte foundation. A lot of the foundations I've been using lately have way more of a shine to them when they're wet like this. So it's still drying, but I do like the way it looks right after application. So the finish is really pretty. I do feel like it does a good job of covering. I still see my pores. It's not like completely blurring. It's not too intense of a coverage. It's not like gonna be like, whoa, but I think it has that capability. So let's try adding another pump, and then I'll apply the rest of my makeup as normal and just kind of give more of my thoughts. Pump it out. This time I'm just going to take it onto the sponge. I'm not going to take it onto my hand. And in this area, I'm just going to add a little bit more coverage where I have this breakout. It has just a really pretty coverage. I do have a little mole here, and like I have lots of them on my face. It does kind of cover a little bit, but you can still see it. So it's not like going to completely mask your face. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that it was like in a tube, and it I don't know, it's called derm something, but it's like in a golden tube, and it just completely masked everything. This is not masking like that, which is great because I don't think we want to be completely masked. We still want to see our skin. Like, I still see my skin with this. I'm going to add some just right here in this like outer corner of my eye. It does a great job of just still looking like skin, but covering. So there is impeccableness to it in that aspect. I'm going to add it to the side of my nose a little bit. And over here as well, to the side of my nose. In the corners, this area here, I get a lot of redness right in the corners underneath my nose. I have some veining, which has completely disappeared, and that looks really, really good. Now, like I feel like I see even more of a blur to the skin with adding just a little bit more with a sponge. Adding that third pump just really created this nice, smooth canvas. There we go. We have more on there. So it is buildable, which is great, but it still looks like skin, and it doesn't have like this completely mattifying. It is velvet matte, which has, I don't know, it just has a really pretty finish, and it does make me feel really good. I feel like I'm covered, but I still feel like I have skin. So if you are a coverage girly like me, then you probably will like this. If you are a matte girly like me, you will like this. It's not like intense matte, which is, I think, really nice, because I think once I powder everything, it will be pretty matte. So what I'm going to do now is just finish off my makeup. I'm going to contour with my Westman Atelier Biscuit contour stick. Just so you know, I did add my normal like skincare routine. Sometimes I put a primer, but I didn't use a primer today. Now I'm going to add my Hourglass concealer. This is in the shade Oat, and I'm going to add it to this area. I'm going to add a little bit here to lift. Sometimes I'll add the concealer in way more places, but because of like the evenness of this, the coverage, it's so pretty. So just going to give me some like highlighting in this area, because it already has like the foundation is already doing great with the coverage. Get my powder ready. Now I'm going to set it and forget it. So you can see I'm doing the one side right now compared to the other side. This is what it looks like with powder. Set the nose a little bit on mostly this side. And set a little here. So this is the side that is set, and then here is the side that is not set yet. So the powder does add to the mattification of the process, and it does help with the blurring the pore, the impeccableness of it. So I think it just enhances the foundation, but I believe it looks really good set and then also not set. Oh, I do have to blend. A good thing I didn't set this side because I do have to blend. So here's the foundation with my face set. I do like to add some bronzer and blush. I'll be using the LYS Beauty No Limits Matte Bronzer in the shade Harmony. I am reviewing this for you, but this is all the stuff that I put on as well, just so you are aware. I think that's nice. This is the Rare Beauty Powder Blush in the shade Joy, and I just am taking a big fluffy brush to add some of the pretty blush. I'm taking a Kaleidos contour shade and adding it to my nose a little bit. I will take this to my under eyes as well and just add some mascara. I usually like to do that at the end. That's why I didn't have mascara on my lower lashes, if that was even noticeable. For the lips, I'll do this off camera with the ABH lip liner in Mocha and the Lip Velvet in the shade Pale Mauve. After completing everything, I just want to add some more of the powder under my eyes, just to brighten even more. Now that I've finished all my powder, I'm going to add my mascara to complete this look. Using the Maybelline Waterproof Sky High mascara. This is my favorite. I feel like it has just a really pretty the evenness is still there. There's just a couple little areas it's settling. I think overall though the finish is very beautiful. I'm going to now spray the face. So I'll shake this up to just spray everything and lock it in. This is their Impeccable setting spray. So spray. Apparently, this spray is blurring, soft matte, skin-like, lightweight, mattifying, long-lasting, non-drying, refreshing, no settling, translucent, vegan, cruelty-free. There is alcohol in it too, which I think helps make everything stay. But there is fragrance. It's on the lower part of the list, but I do smell it. I don't like fragrances. The Charlotte Tilbury is the worst. The smell, I love that spray, but the smell is... I'm very sensitive to fragrance, so that's very fragrant. The foundation, I don't know if the fragrance is in the list, but I don't smell anything. So that's a nice thing about the foundation. I don't notice a fragrance if that's something that you're thinking about. I just looked at the ingredient list real quick on the foundation. I could be missing it, but I don't see a fragrance on the ingredient list for the foundation, but for the setting spray there's definitely a fragrance, which I don't think is necessary. There is no fragrance as far as I saw. I could be wrong. I didn't look at it too detailed because it's very tiny print on that box right now. I didn't see a fragrance, but I don't smell anything when I pumped it on my hand the last few times. And I love the Dior foundation stick. I love that. It's so pretty. That one has a strong fragrance, and I actually like the way that smells, but I don't want fragrance in anything, but it's in so many things. So I'm happy that the foundation doesn't really have that strong smell of fragrance, and it doesn't look like it's on the list. So I'm here with my apron because I've been making some chicken noodle soup, and it's about 4:36 p.m. and I usually blot, but I haven't had a blot. It doesn't look too dry. It doesn't look too oily. It's just a very good, that's Baby Sunshine. It's just a very nice finish right now, and it still looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. Let's see in a few hours. Hello again. So now it's around 7:23-ish. It's been a couple hours or a few hours almost since my last check-in, and it's been I think 5 or so hours since I've applied the makeup. It was around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's been a while now. So I haven't patted down, which is something I normally do at this point in my makeup routine. So I am definitely oily. You can see the oil peeking through. So that's something to take into consideration. That's a normal thing for me. It's actually not as bad as what it could be if I wasn't wearing such a matte foundation. It definitely is sitting in my lines. I did eat, so there's that going on there. But I think overall it has still the nice like look to it that I enjoy about this foundation. I am going to pat right now just so you can see, and I can see too, what it would look like how I normally work with my own. Patting my face with like a cloth or a towel helps. I do want to see like if the makeup kind of comes off just a little bit as I've done this. Not too bad. I did powder a lot. And I did eat. I would normally fix this. I would normally pat down my face. Tomorrow I'm going to wear it again. I'm going to do another wear test, not with my nice camera. I'm just going to do it like this with my phone, so you can see. And then this will be the last bit of tonight after 5 hours. I don't feel like I have a bunch of makeup on my face, even though I do. And I do like how it looks today at the end of today. So I'm excited to see tomorrow. It is Wednesday around like 8:33 a.m. the next day. So this is a day 2 of checking in. I think you should see up close. I have just my eye makeup on. There's baby sunshine. But so you can see up close what my skin looks like. I didn't show this with a phone, which I think makes a big difference. So you can see like I have a little scar here. I have that breakout here, as well as I have like different moles. I don't know what they're called, skin whatever, but you can see I'm pretty porous, and I do have these veins here and then darkness in this area and here as well. Okie dokie, so I have the foundation and I've put it on my hand. We have this side blend out and then this side with nothing, as you can see. But you can see the side with nothing. You can see my veining, the darkness in this area. You can see how it has done a pretty good of evening everything out. There's still texture and not as much as you see. There's definitely some blurring effect as you see. And I have redness, so much redness in my face, but you see it's pretty covered here. Obviously not too intense. I'm gonna add one more pump after I do the whole face. Oh man, it's already 9:35 a.m. We are going to head out. I finished with powdering and I used the spray as well. I did the whole same face routine as I did in the video at the very beginning with the first day. So this is second day. And now I will check in for the first check-in of the day after this application. So here we have it. It's pretty flawless and full coverage. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, it's 1:59 p.m. and I am checking in. I have just finished tea and this is what it looks like. I do have some settling here. I reapplied my lipstick a little bit, but this is what we have. It is now 4:59 p.m. 3 hours later. I haven't patted my face. You can see some shine, especially in the inner parts. My nose is getting pretty shiny. You can see the pores. My laugh lines are still kind of, showing. I did pat a little bit. I do see a little bit. I know it's like not the clearest. It looks, that's baby sunshine. It looks pretty okay. It's just, I definitely would pat normally during this time. So I have a napkin. I'm gonna pat. There is some transfer. So it's been almost 12 hours. It's like 8:10 now, 8:10 p.m. We have, oh, my baby is pulling me. So we have a lot going on, a lot of shine, a lot of luminous, not so much velvet matte anymore. I do want to pat it just to see. I'm ready to take off my makeup. That's why I've eaten, I've gone through the day. This part still looks okay. I've patted my face now, and this is kind of what it looks like at the end of day 2. So for today, I'm not gonna do my eyes the way I've been doing it. I'm just going to do the foundation and then just do like mascara and quick brows for today. But I'm going to get right into the foundation. So I have my skincare damp sponge and the foundation. Place it onto the skin and then I will blend it out. I love how like buildable this is. So 3 pumps again. I'm going to put the same face products, like I have the same skincare as I have been, same face products, same setting method, just the eyes are going to be different and the lip a little bit. I'm pretty happy with how the finish looks even right now. I think it looks really pretty and like smooth for what it is. Of course, you can still see the skin. Skin is still peeking through. This is the final makeup look. I did use a lot more spray today, so I do notice a little bit of a shine, which is interesting for a matte look. I don't know if it's still drying, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so let's see what happens today as I'm just home and running errands. It is the first check-in, 12:27 p.m. of day 3. Here we have the face and in daylight, natural light. I feel like it looks pretty good. This area is still pretty shiny. I normally like to blot a lot, but what I will do is blot this area. After blotting, I think that area looks much better, but I like how this looks. I mean, now 4:15 p.m. I've eaten a bit. I'm definitely getting really shiny. So I did take a nap. I ate a few times. Um, so here we have it. This is what's going on. I'm going to show you what it looks like after patting. So I would be happy if I took a picture. I'm pretty sure I'd be fine as long as I blot. Here is the last check-in of day 3. It's 6:45 p.m. I am done for the day. So it's been a couple more hours. As you see, again, it has a luminous effect at the end of the day. I didn't try it as long as I did the day before, yesterday, for the like almost 12 hours. But I do have this luminous effect. You might hear baby sunshine in the back. So what I would do is just blotting. I feel like with that I could still like feel comfortable with the look of it. Okie dokie. So some pre-closing thoughts before the closing thoughts, just as I've worn the Impeccable foundation longer. It is impeccably full coverage or medium to full coverage. It's beautiful. The feel of it is nice and lightweight, which is wonderful. It does have a skin finish, so that is great, even though it is like such a good coverage. Now, it photographs well as well. But yeah, the longevity, I didn't really test that before, and now I have, and I don't know about that 12-hour wear. That's the only thing, but it is beautiful. So if you're in the market for a new foundation and you want something that is similar, if you've tried the Velvet Lip or like a cloudy, really pretty matte sort of foundation, kind of almost satiny, I think it can be, I think you should try it. But if you're, you have a good foundation, it's not necessary. So now we will close. So yeah, I really love this foundation already. I love how it makes me feel because I like look at my face and this is how I want my face makeup, my base to help with everything. Just to be just nice. It has such a nice coverage. So that's something that I can recommend to you if you want something that is going to cover, but it's not going to be like too thick or anything like that, but it's going to look impeccable. It's definitely not perfect. I have a lot of like larger pores. It didn't like blur the pores. It didn't look like a filter in real life, but it does look really nice. I'm not saying that this is going to make your face look impeccable like a Roman statue. Definitely not. We're not going to be so smooth and marbly like that. Definitely not. But it does look really good. The texture of it covers really well. It has a nice finish. Let's see how long it wears. I wore it a couple times already. I felt like it wore really well. I did wear it, I think one day, like all the way through the day. I did notice some settling into the pores, even with the powder. It doesn't feel very thick on my face. The packaging of this is impeccable. They did a great job with the packaging. I think it's just gorgeous. So I do recommend it if you are looking for something that is more covering but still looks like skin, but also can be buildable, but also would make you feel good. Foundation is such a personal preference thing. It really depends on your skin type, what kind of coverage you want, what kind of finish you want. I prefer matte because I have larger pores coming out over here as well. So I do appreciate a matte foundation. So these are things that I personally like. So this foundation is definitely something that I'm going to already kind of have a preference for. So just keep that in mind for you. If you are also in the same boat as me, then maybe this may be a foundation for you if you've been looking for a new foundation, because a lot of the foundations I've been trying have just not been it. I personally, for my preferences, like I mentioned before, would recommend this. So if those are your preferences, then maybe this would work for you as well. I hope you enjoyed the check-ins, and if you did, make sure to like this video, meet me in the comment section, and let me know what preferences for foundation you have, and if you are interested in this foundation, if you are going to try it, and what your thoughts are as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now.